And we're back, the next exciting edition of Learning Curve. And when we're talking to the young folks, one big piece of that is always the entertainment world and the professional sports arena. We're fortunate to be joined here by one of the greatest people that I know, but also a pretty great athlete as well. We're being joined by Ed West, who I tell you is one of the league's premier tight ends and a great guy. So Ed's been willing to come out, talk to us about the art and the world of professional sports. Ed played for many seasons with the NFL, and Ed, tell us about your career, a young man, and what it took to get to where you achieved.
Yeah, I grew up in North Alabama, a little small town, Leeton, Alabama. I came into sports at an early age, probably the age of 10. Played sports through grade school, middle school, high school. Fortunate enough, was a pretty good athlete and get a scholarship to go to Auburn.
Great school.
Spent 4 years down at Auburn, and ended up going to the pros. I wasn't drafted. I was a free agent.
Okay.
A lot of young kids probably don't know what a free agent is. It's the guys that not fortunate enough to get drafted. I was fortunate enough to go in as a free agent to Green Bay.
Okay.
Made the team. Spent 11 years with Green Bay. Went on to Philadelphia. Spent 2 years with Philly.
All right.
Spent my last year with the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
And after that, coached for 6 years with the Falcons as a professional coach also.
Wow.
And after coaching, decided to hang up the cleats and the hat and retire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: how many total seasons did you play the game professionally, NFL?
14.
14 seasons. Now that by far that's not normal, correct? That's not. I mean, I think the average is three to 4 years.
3 years. The average 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Now you managed 14. As a player. Well, tell us about that. How did that work out?
I would say hard work and a lot of dedication. I mean, a lot of, people don't realize that the work goes in to sports. I mean, it's pretty much a year-round job.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people look at it just, seeing it on TV during the football season, basketball season, but guys, we training during the off season and making sure we staying in shape for the following season. Yeah.
Sure. Now, and since we're doing this primarily for young folks, they look up to professional players, and they like we all are, we're captivated by the game. What can you tell them about what they need to do? Being that most of them won't make the NFL, we know that. But what do they need to be doing right now? Both if they have ambitions of becoming a professional player and
Well, I mean, just looking back, I tell you, when I first got scholarship and went to Auburn, we probably had 80 guys, college players. And,
wow.
I'm thinking a lot of people now are thinking, NFL, NBA, professional baseball, but it's only going to be a few guys that go to the next level.
Sure.
And my advice to kids now coming out of high school, going to college, thinking that that's going to be the way out, first and foremost, is education.
All right. Right. Yeah.
That's one thing that you definitely have to fall back on, because you could be a great high school football player,
sure,
but the next level is a lot different. And the next level from college to the pros is a lot different.
Sure.
And so, I mean, a lot of people say you put your mind to it, you can do anything.
Right.
But you can't be fooled by that because life don't turn out that way sometimes. I mean, I know guys that enter into college, put their heart in it,
right,
try to get to that next level, but it didn't work out.
You played at Auburn,
right,
which was the national champions and Heisman Trophy winner.
Right.
Was on that team this year, and then you played for Green Bay, which was the Super Bowl champions this year.
Right.
I mean, you came from a great heritage of football.
It's been a great year for me this year. Yeah.
It's been a good year for you. You know, I just, in my eyes, I see a lot of young men who they want to go to professional sports and they want to play professional sports. Maybe not so much because that's what the passion is, but because they see the big check at the end of the road. They say, "Man, I can make millions doing it this way." What kind of advice do you give to them? Because we know a lot of men, even though they make the big check, 3 years now they don't have the money anymore. What's your advice to those type of kids?
My advice to guys, thinking, going to that next level. I mean, to really, have a great supporting team behind them, for finance, because a lot of us, get to that level. You don't know how, you weren't around that type of, money. My parents didn't make that type of money. So,
sure.
I mean, I was fortunate enough, being at Auburn, that around coaches and people that really, gave me some good advice. And I think now these days, a lot of kids try to do it on their own. And as you know, probably the percentage of guys that leave the game go broke.
Statistics are saying something like 80% of the guys are broke within the first 5 years after retirement.
Right.
So the money looks like it has wings. It comes, but it goes. And on top of that, Mr. West, is the fact that when the money goes, a lot of times the guys haven't prepared themselves for the future.
That's right. Well, I think what I done seen over the years, a lot of guys, you think you're gonna play forever, and okay, you might make $1 million your first year. You probably got $1 million coming next year, the following year. You probably got a 10-year, $10 million contract for 5 years, $1 million a year, right? And so your career can get cut short.
Sure.
And then you didn't spend that first $1 million. And you thinking, this money gonna come to you down the road, but the money's not there.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying, preparing yourself, that any given day,
sure,
that your career can be over.
And that's interesting you would say that, because if you're thinking, let's just say a guy comes into the league at 22 years of age.
Right.
And he does make the normal or the average of 3 years. That means his football career is over at 25, 26 years of age.
Correct.
So he now has, going by statistics, another 55 years or so to manage. His finances have to last him, and the football money may not be there. For that point in time. So you're talking about retirement at 25 years of age in most cases.
Yeah, a lot of cases. But and again now, I mean, they got a whole lot of programs in place now for kids, coming out, giving them a lot of lecture on, what finance, life, buying homes, buying cars. And I think guys, they definitely have to take advantage of it. A lot of guys don't take advantage of it, because you come into the league, you've been this big superstar all your life. People patting you on the back, telling you how great you are. And you think that, can no one tell you anything. And
it starts early, those pats on the back start.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of guys get caught up in that early, getting pats on the back. I'm a superstar,
sure,
I'm the man.
Sure.
And then you don't want to take advice from people. I think, if guys really, think about it, and, people trying to help them,
sure,
along the way, I mean, I think they can be better, be more successful.
Well, Mr. Ed West, I tell you, man, you're a great person.
Man, appreciate it.
I appreciate you inviting me into your lovely home.
Man, anytime.
Telling your story. I think the young folks who are really striving to achieve and really reach the goals and the accolades that you've already achieved.
Right.
They need to hear this story.
I think it's a good thing. I think I wish that when I was coming up, that someone would have put it out there for me like that, Sure. But like I say, it's been a great road, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Well, hey, man, thanks for the time.
You're welcome, brother.
And
good luck with everything.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.